Mhm. Okay. So welcome back to political science class. Session 2 of the day. The morning session we discussed about the legacy of the emergency, right? Okay. So what we learned from emergency, what emergency taught to us, such kind of things we discussed there. So now the next topic for us it is democratic upsurgence. Okay. So how democracy uphold the values, that's called to be democratic upsurgence. Okay, so emergency is related with the democratic resurgence, and here it is democratic upsurgence. Okay, so increasing participation of people in the democratic politics of the country is broadly characterized as democratic upsurge. Underline that. What the meaning of the term democratic upsurge? Okay, increasing participation of the people in the democratic politics, election, election related activities, contest in elections. Okay, all such activities is basically termed as democratic upsurge. Democratic upsurge. Underline. So what is democratic upsurge? So one mark answer. Democratic upsurge. Increasing participation of the people in the democratic politics of the country is broadly characterized as democratic upsurge. Democratic upsurge. Based on this principle, social scientists, the people those who study about social sciences like political science, history, okay, and all other versions there. Okay, so have characterized three democratic upsurges in post-independence history of India. So the people those who studying about the social science and political science, they basically divided the Indian democratic upsurges into three after the independence. Okay, so based on this principle, the means the participation of the people in democracy. Okay, the social scientists, they characterized three democratic upsurges in post-independence in independent India. Okay, so after independent, there are three phases are there. Basically, in these three phases, people started participating in democratic politics in various ways there. Basically speaking, so in a positive way, positive way. Okay, so three divisions are there. So democratic upsurges, three in number after independence. After independence. Okay, here first of all, the first democratic upsurge could be attributed from the 1950s till 1970. So first democratic upsurge from 1950 to 1970, 2 decades. 2 decades. Okay, that's what the first democratic upsurges in India or upsurge in India there. Okay, basically in this period, a number of people actively participated in the democratic politics in India. Democratic politics in India. Okay, you can see basically this participation is based on universal adult franchise. You can see here, which was based on the participation of the Indian adult voters to the democratic politics, both at the center and the states, falsifying the Western myth that the success of democracy requires modernization, urbanization, education, and access to media. So the Western world always speak that if democracy want to become successful, number of supporting things also necessary. What are they? Modernization. A modern society is necessary. Urbanization. Okay. Number of cities and towns are necessary. Education for the people also necessary. Okay, and the support of the media, all these things are necessary to function or run democracy. Okay, clear or not? But we people proved that all these Western ideas are false. Okay, yeah, without these things also we are able to actively participate in a modern politics. That's what from 1950 to 1970 Indians, they started participating in a centralized political system and the state-wise political system in India there. Okay, so we know that India is a federation, so the central government is there, state-wise governments also are there. So almost all the people, those who complete the age of 18 in India, those who have the right to vote, they actively started participating in the election process or political activities of the country, and proved that the Western idea, it is false, totally false. And what was the Western idea? Their idea is nothing but without modernization, without urbanization, without education, and without the support of the media, it is impossible to practice or not practical. What is not practical? Political practice is not practical, it seems. Okay, and we proved that it is incorrect, it is wrong. The successful holding of election to both Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies all across states on the principle of parliamentary democracy were the testimony of India's first democratic upsurgence. Okay, sorry, upsurge. Clear or not? The first turn we conducted election in the country, or basically for the Lok Sabha and for the state legislative assemblies there. Okay, and almost all the people from different part of the society, okay, or different sections of the society or different regions of the country, they actively participated in the election process. Clear or not? Then we proved that we also are able to conduct this kind of elections. Okay, and we also are able to follow the democratic system in our country. So this activity or this first election on the basis of universal electoral franchise in India is termed as the first democratic upsurge in India. That is between 1950 and 1970. 1950 and 1970. Okay, 2 decades are there. Is that clear or not? Clear or not? Yes. Okay. Now 2 minutes for you people. Please write down. This is the first case of upsurge. Okay. Or in Indian politics, people's participation in democratic process. Next one, the second upsurge. During the 1980s, in increasing political participation of the lower classes of the society, such as the SCs, STs, and OBCs, has been interpreted as second democratic upsurge by Yogendra Yadav, a famous politician and political thinker. This participation has made Indian politics more accommodative and accessible for these classes. Although this uprising has not made any major change in the standard of living of these classes, especially Dalits, the participation of these classes into organizational and political platforms gave them the opportunity to strengthen their self-respect and ensure empowerment in the democratic politics of the country. Okay, next one, second democratic upsurgence. Okay, second democratic upsurge. What is that? That's in the year 1980s. 1980s. Okay, what happened in these years? Sorry, increasing. Sorry, you can see here is an increasing political participation of the lower classes. Okay, so lower class people also started participating in political activities of the country. So participation of the lower classes of the society, such as SCs, STs, and other backward communities, OBCs, has been interpreted as second democratic upsurge by Yogendra Yadav, a famous political thinker. Clear? Understand? This is the second democratic upsurge in India. Okay, participation of the Dalits, SCs, STs, and OBCs in Indian politics. This participation has made Indian politics more accommodative and accessible for these classes. So, because of this participation, Indian politics turned into a politics where accommodation is there for all the sections of the people, and all the sections of the people can participate. Okay, all the sections of the people can participate in the political activity. Clear? Is that clear? Okay, so has been interpreted as second democratic upsurge by Yogendra Yadav. This participation has made Indian politics more accommodative and accessible for these classes. Okay, so Indian politics turned into a politics where chances are there for all the different groups of people, there is no discrimination. Although this upsurge has not made any major change in the standard of living of these classes. Okay, so they got a chance to participate in the political activity, but this participation failed to make any changes in the life of the people. Their standard of life is not increased or not developed. Economically, it is not, or the political participation not helped them to develop economically. Okay, clear? Especially Dalits. The participation of these classes into the organizational and political platform gave them the opportunity to strengthen their self-respect. So, only what happened there? Political participation just gave them, what is that? You can see here. self-respect. Let's improve their self-respect. Okay, so before the independence, okay, Dalits, SCs, STs, OBCs are considered as untouchables, right or not? Considered as lower caste people. But as per this democratic upsurge in 1980s, that people also started participating in political activities. Their social standard increased, not economical, but the social standard, and their organizational capacity also increased. And they started utilizing the different political platforms to express their viewpoints. Okay, and ensure empowerment in the democratic politics of the country. Okay, so the participation of the Dalits and OBCs that basically improve the political stability in the country. Okay, understanding or not? Is that clear or not? Hello, is this idea is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
This is going to be second democratic upsurge in India. The first is, what is the first one? All the people started participating in the democratic activities, and we proved that our country also able to perform democratical type of government. Okay, as per the foreigners concept, if the country is not modernized, the country is not urbanized, the country is not educated. Okay, the people of the country is not educated, they cannot practice this democracy. Okay, clear or not? But now what is that? Second substance is, what is that? SCs and STs plus OBCs started participating in the political activities. But before that, I mean, before independence, there is no chance for these people to participate in such kind of activities. Now, Indian politics is showed that it is accommodative. Okay, it is welcome, or the Indian politics welcome all the different sections of the people and giving them chance to participate actively. Okay, that's what the second upsurge. Clear? Is that clear or not? That is the second upsurge. Okay, so now you can write it. The second upsurge. Mark it. Second. Okay. Okay, and this is the second democratic upsurge, and we are going to the third democratic upsurge in India. The era of liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Okay, in economics you will study these things properly. Okay, and it's a deep sense. Okay, so the era of liberalization, privatization, and globalization basically allowed other countries to sell their product in India, and we also try to sell our product to other countries. That's what. Okay, liberalization. Our market economy is opened to other countries there. Privatization, give more chances to the private enterprises. Okay, or private organizations. Globalization. So part of the globalization, we started purchasing things from other countries and started selling things to other countries. Okay, globalization from the early 1990s is attributed to the emergence of competitive market society encompassing all important sectors of the economy. Okay, so this liberalization, this privatization, and this globalization that in 1990 and 1991. Okay, actually after the death of I can say this Rajiv Gandhi, at the time of Narasimha Rao government, Congress government, Narasimha Rao government, they adopted these policies: liberalization, privatization, and globalization, and entire market society is changed in India. Okay, society and polity is paving way to the third democratic upsurge. So related with this liberalization, privatization, globalization, what are the changes that happened in the political field is considering as the third democratic upsurge. Okay, so third democratic upsurge represents a competitive electoral market which is based not on the principle of survival of the best, but rather than the survival of the ablest, means skilled persons. It underlies three shifts in Indian electoral market: from state to market, from government to governance, from state as a controller to state as a facilitator. Okay, so this made a number of changes in the field of administration. Okay, basically I told you that this is not the survival of the best. Clear? Politics is basically, we know that it is survival of the best people, right? But now what happened after this liberalization, privatization, and globalization? We know that politics that turned into a survival of the ablest, means people with the skills, okay, abilities. That's what BJP showing us, their skills, okay, to maintain the governments. Okay, skillful they are. Okay, let it be. So it's underlined three shifts in India's electoral market: From state to market, the government, okay, the country government to what? State to what? Market. Countries nowadays it's a market, allowing other countries to sell their product. Okay, and we are inviting foreign direct investments. Okay, foreign investment into our country, state to market. Next one, from government to governance, not just the government. Okay, they have to govern. Okay, the country there. Okay, basically government changed it into a efficient mechanism. Efficient mechanism. They started controlling number of things and administrating number of things in the country there. From state as a control to state as a facilitator. Even before, state basically controlled industries, controlled production. Now state is not ready to control that. Instead of that, government is providing facilities to the individuals to start companies or industries there. Moreover, the third democratic officer seeks to promote the participation of youth who constitute a significant chunk of Indian society and have emerged as the real game changers. So today, almost all the political parties are giving more importance for young people, youths. Okay, a maximum, that a major share in the population, they are the youths. So no political party can discard the presence of young people, and they are the real game changer. They are able to make changes in the Indian polity or Indian politics there. In view of their increasing electoral preferences for both the development and the governance in Indian contemporary democratic politics. So basically to attract these people, I mean young people, we know that what we want to do to attract, think you are the prime minister or you are the, what you can say, chief minister, what you will do to attract number of people to your political party? What do you do? What will you do? Any programs are there? We want to attract the young people to our party. Okay, what can we do for it?
Provide better education and job opportunities.
Okay, fantastic. Job opportunities are right. Okay, education. After the education, what we want to give to the young people? We want to create the chances for employment, right or not? Employment is necessary. Okay, clear or not? It's the best thing. The first thing, basically wanted to provide it to the young people. That's what employment. Clear? Okay, so we are able to attract them. So today, what happened in Kerala? Something happened in our states. Not only one number of PSC rank lists become void today. Okay, void in the sense validity of the thing is completed today. Okay, but not provided job for the youngsters or young people, those who scored good ranks in the examination. Government failed to do that. Is such kind of governments are able to attract the young people there? No. Impossible. But limitations are there for the government also. That also we want to understand, right or not? Clear or not? Okay. So there is no rice in the kitchen. How can we cook? There's no job opportunities available. How can we provide? That's the question with the government. Clear or not? The same thing. Okay. So we can attract these youngsters to our political parties by providing what they seek, so what they actually want. Okay. So now you can write it. Yes. Thank you. It's time to wind up the session, and we will meet on Thursday, the examination day, and that day we will discuss some important questions. What in the sense? How to, okay, I will not go, I am not going to say to reading the textbook is very compulsory for the people, so just do that. Thank you.